Shoujo, a Japanese term that ultimately means girl, though specifically in a manga medium it's used to describe a demographic of a series. While shoujo series are typically popular with girls and mostly revolve around romance, shonen is slightly broader, covering genres like action, adventure, sports, and even mech. The anime I'm reviewing today is actually the first shoujo-esque series I've seen in a while, so the question is, did it make it or break it for me to continue watching similar series under the same demographic of shoujo? You'll have to find out in my review of Kimi Ni Todoke. Today in my review, I'll be covering seasons 1 and 2 of Kimi Ni Todoke. Both are produced by Production IG and adapted from the original manga by Karo Hashina. While the first season was released in October 2009, the second was released in January 2011. It was also directed by Hiro Kaburaki, the man who directed My Little Monster. Kimi Ni Todoke revolves around Sawako Kuronuma, who is a freshman in high school. She was shunned by her classmates due to rumors floating around about her being able to see ghosts and curse people due to her appearance and resemblance to the antagonist of a popular Japanese horror movie. This causes her to become a loner even though she's truly a kind, sweet, and timid person. After developing a friendship between Shota Kazahaya, one of the most popular boys in school, she's then given more opportunities to build friendships with people she knows by relations with Kazahaya, until it gets to a point where she healthily has her own circle of friends. The second season focuses more on the romance aspect rather than the friendship one, which I wasn't surprised about. I mean, from the second episode of the first season, you knew who liked who all the way from the beginning. Honestly, this series has few downs, but overall it went somewhere. People can argue that it could have been much shorter, but this way it's more realistic in a lot of the aspects that they explored within the second season. The major critique I have to say about it is that Sawako's insecurities really made things harder on herself and caused the story to stay stale for a portion of the second season. Yet I can't honestly blame it on her since it's more of a character trait than a story error. Besides this, the story hit one or two melodramatic bumps, but overall not that bad at all. Yeah, one thing I need to mention is that they use the word misunderstanding a lot. I mean, I know the series needs conflict to keep it interesting, but the second season is just misunderstanding after misunderstanding, while in reality they could have cleared all that up by a simple, "Hey, could I speak to you in private?" Sawako's lack of initiative really brought down the series for me, though I honestly can't say the typical "I wish the second season never existed," because 1, it had its really good moments, and 2, the ending was really fulfilling and satisfying. If the anime ended at the ending of the first season, that'd really suck. The characters for this series were pretty dope. Though some of them were given more development than the others, they all had unique specific traits. In a way, I guess they all complete each other. Sawako, the timid kind girl, Kazahaya, the popular yet humble guy, Ryu, the stoic baseball freak, Chizuru, the cute tomboy, and Ayane, the girly girl. Ayane was obviously the only character in the main cast that lacked a development or even a backstory. She was sidelined pretty badly in my opinion, though it wasn't intentional. Kento was pretty much on the fence for me since he was a pretty cool character, yet to this very day I don't fully understand his intentions. Heck, I even like Kurumi during season 2. I had to clarify during season 2, because she was a complete mess in the first season, considering she sparked up lots of melodramatic conflicts that almost made me drop the series. I like her role in the second season because rather than being the stereotypical high school bitch, she was the voice of realism to Sawako. I like how her aggressiveness at times really takes the words right out of my mouth. Instead of yelling at my laptop screen like an idiot telling Sawako how she can avoid all her misunderstandings, I can depend on Kurumi to pretty much handle that for me. The one thing I truly liked about all the characters is that they all play a part in the story, whenever it's to help out the main cast or just stir up some trouble, even by mistake. The animation wasn't that bad. Nothing was done amazingly considering the series is nearly 5 years old. I mean, Crunchyroll didn't even have a 720p feature for this one. The only notable thing is the atmosphere. IG really excels in this if you look at some of its other romance series. I really like the face close-ups and the sparkles whenever they do it, simply because they don't overuse it under any circumstance, and it simply looks good. Though they do switch into a chibi style very often, it works well with the series. Since they mostly only include chibis where the moment is meant to be funny, I can't really complain. Even the fact that when they turn Sawako into a chibi when she's crying lots of times doesn't bother me, since she cries a lot due to it being one of her little quirks. The character designs are nothing out of the ordinary, they're pretty cute if I may say so myself though. The music was pretty dope, just like the animation, the music added to the atmosphere and tone of each and every scene. Most of the tracks were pretty peaceful and occasionally heartwarming. My personal favorites are the piano instrumentals of the series, OPs and EDs. Talking about them, I really love them, especially the ones for the second season. Interesting enough, they're only a minute rather than typical 90 seconds. Since neither the animation nor soundtracks are masterpieces, I'd say they go hand in hand, complementing each other. With this being said, they were cool but nothing game-changing or anything like that. Kimi Ni Todoke was a good ride. While it had its ups and minor downs, it was all worth it in the end. The ending was my favorite part, to be completely honest. Not because I was happy at the ending, it was because it had a great ending in my opinion, especially the last 3 episodes. Overall, I really enjoyed it and opened up my eyes to the shoujo demographic as a whole. I mean, this technically isn't my first shoujo since I saw My Little Monster, which was a hit, and Say I Love You, which was a miss. But after watching Kimi Ni Todoke, I feel as I'd really like to see more shoujo. Evaluating the story, characters, music, art, animation, as well as my subjective enjoyment, I'd give Kimi Ni Todoke a 7.5 out of 10. It was really good, yet I honestly can't say it was necessarily great. For anyone who has not seen it and plan on doing so, the entire series is currently available for streaming on Crunchyroll for premium users, and the first 6 episodes are available for everyone. The DVD releases can be bought through NIS America, but to be honest, I recommend the premium for the Crunchyroll since the DVDs are $50-60 pop in the US. That pretty much sums up my review. For updates on videos and my channel, as well as random anime content, I recommend following me on Twitter. With that being said, I hope you all have an awesome day, and see ya.